Good evening, I'm Criss, publisher of Greater Jackson Business Magazine and host of Greater Jackson Business Beat TV, the only locally produced business TV show in the metro area. We're standing in historic Farrish Street in downtown Jackson, where tonight we're going to be talking to Brad Kamikaze Franklin about what's going on at Farrish Street, the development and renovation. Also, we'll be talking to Stacy Wall with Pinnacle Trust in Ridgeland and Miss Gail Pittman, very well-known entrepreneur. And by the way, tonight's wardrobe is courtesy of Eye Candy Clothers, one of our former guests on Greater Jackson Business Beat, Mr. Steve Smith. Stay with us, we've got a great show lined up for tonight. We're back, I'm Criss with Greater Jackson Business Beat. We are in the historic Farrish Street district, and we're actually on Farrish Street in downtown Jackson. I'm joined by Brad Kamikaze Franklin. Brad, good to have you on the show tonight.
It's good to be here, Jack.
Now you've got
finally made it happen, right?
Yeah, I know. We're live on the big screen here. Now you've got a lot of hats. You've got a lot of titles. What is your specific role in what's going on here on Farrish Street?
Basically, my specific role here is being a media consultant, public relations person, tenant relations person for the Farrish Street Entertainment Project. I've been working with this for probably the past 2 years. This has been my baby. This has been my passion. This has been something that I've been wanting to come to fruition. When David asked me to come and work with this project, David Watkins asked me to come and work with this project, I had already, through a lot of my community endeavors, I had already been working closely with a lot of the people in this district to try and help make this entertainment district a reality. And come this November 2010, the Lord says the same, this entertainment district will be up and running and we'll have 4 or 5 businesses open.
Tell us about the history. I mean, you can almost feel it here, but for those people who don't know, I mean, you've told me this was second to Harlem at one time for the African-American artistic community and business community.
What a lot of people don't realize is that in the 40s and the 50s and well into the mid-60s that, Farrish Street was the second most successful black empowerment business district next to Harlem. And everyone knows about Harlem, everyone knows what was happening in Harlem, but people don't realize that right here on Farrish Street, if you were anyone, whether it be in business, retail, doctor, lawyer, banking, clothing, whatever it might have been, you were located right here on this street. And this street was making a lot of money right here in the city of Jackson. Even in the recording industry, as we get ready to pass the blues market for trumpet records, we had people here who were producing, distributing, recording their own records. And that was unprecedented at the time for African Americans, by the way. So that was happening right here on Farrish Street.
So what does it mean, do you think, to Jackson and to the whole community, not just the African-American community, that finally it's back, it's going to be back? I
mean, well, basically the people here, and as we walk towards Peaches, people have been waiting for this project, Jack, to happen for close to 20 years now. They've heard about it through several different administrations. They've heard people talk about it. They've heard people promise what was going to be happening in the entertainment district. But right now, as you saw when we started walking, this is actually going to be a reality. It's going to actually come to fruition, and there are actually things being put into place to make this entertainment district live and viable in November of 2010. The construction is actually happening. If they come downtown Jackson right now, they can come and step up to that fence and they can see what's going on. And it's real, it's going to happen, and we are going to completely destroy what the naysayers have tried to create, is the picture of Jackson being a failing city.
Cos, what are we going to have here? What businesses are we going to expect to see open? I mean, there's Peaches Restaurant, which has been here for how long?
Peaches Restaurant has been here close to 50 years now, Jack.
Yeah.
And the saddest part about this whole thing, and one of the things that I figured out when I first, started working with this project, is that Miss Peaches has been here for this long, and she does not own the building that she does her business out of. She tried several times, and still to this date does not own the restaurant that we have behind you right here. And you know, one of the goals of this particular project and one of the goals that David has set forth is that at some point in the first 5 years of the entertainment district being open, we want Miss Peaches and Dennis Brothers to own the buildings that they're doing their business in. I think, you know, that's the least that could be done for all of the hard work, the sweat and the tears that they have put into staying on Farrish Street. They survived this entire street being pulled up when they were re-bricking it. You know, they survived 3 years of that. They survived the recession. They survived so many different things. The customers have stayed loyal to it, and I think it's only right that Miss Peaches and Dennis Brothers are able to share in the profits and the windfall, the financial windfall that's going to be coming now when we bring Farrish Street online. In November 2010, you're going to have Cool Owls, Super Burgers. You're going to have Big Apple Inn, which is going to be moving from the northern end of the street, and it's going to be coming down to the first block. You've got Red Rooster, which is a Memphis franchise, well, a Tennessee franchise. Actually, they're no longer in Memphis. You're going to have Hamp's Juke Joint, and you're going to have the reopening and the rebirth of the Subway Lounge down there as well. And those are the venues that are going to be open in the end of 2010. And the spring of 2011 is going to be the opening of BB King's. And it's not only going to be a BB King's restaurant now. Tommy Peters came down and saw the building where BB King's is going to be, and now there's going to be a BB King's complex that's going to include BB King's and 7 other establishments inside of that building as well that is going to be under the BB King's moniker. And when you come on Farrish Street, when you look on that corner, the same way you do when you walk on Bill Street, you'll look on the corner of Amit and Farrish Street, and you'll see the BB King sign there as well. And on this end of the street down here, you're going to have the Subway Lounge sign on this end.
Hear the train now.
Yeah. And what we hope, you know, speaking of the train, what is hoped is that people will travel here from New Orleans, travel here from Memphis, travel here, you know, from Dallas, from other areas by train, by bus, get off at the train station and bus station at the newly renovated Union Station and walk right over here to Farrish Street. You know, that is the plan, that's the goal, that's the dream, and we expect for people to be coming and having this area bustling 24/7. This is a resort status area, so it's going to be open until 4 a.m.
Right.
You'll be able to walk up and down the street with your adult beverage, which, you know, a lot of people are excited about. So we've already got F. Jones Corner down here, who has been, you know, doing fantastic business. We could not have scripted it any better. Any Friday and Saturday night that you come down here, you can't even get on the street on this corner down here. And there are black people, white people, young people, old people, Republicans, Democrats, Libertarians, all kinds of people.
Not anymore. I've seen the light.
Right. All kinds of people who are down here enjoying good blues music. And that's what the theme of Farrish Street is going to be. It's going to be music. Mississippi has a very rich musical heritage, and we are going to be looking to that history to draw people down to Farrish Street, and it doesn't matter who they are. Farrish Street right now, to me, is the hottest ticket in the city of Jackson right now.
You know, this is, I think, the fewest questions I've ever asked in an interview.
Really?
That's good for you, I guess.
Well, they say I talk a lot.
Well, you know how to do it. You know how to do it. You're shutting me up, you know, on the show. But look, when you kick this thing off, how are you going to do it? Is it going to be just a huge blast? Will the whole country know about it?
We're going to do a soft opening. The big blast is going to come when BB King's is open.
Yeah.
So we're going to be doing a soft opening. We're going to let people come down and partake of the venues that are going to be open this fall. And just let everybody know that Farrish Street is here, it's open, it's ready. We're going to have some musical events down here. There are going to be some things to let people know, hey, we're here. And as the people start coming in, as they start having a fantastic time, and they start talking to people out in the bedroom communities and the other parts of the state, and they start actually coming and seeing, hey, this Farrish Street thing has really actually come to fruition, then by the time BB King hits them in the spring, we're expecting it to really take off at that point.
People want more information. Is there a website, phone number? How can they look at what's going to be coming on board?
You can go to watkinspartners.com, or we are also, you know, very involved in the social networking. You can go to Facebook and you can look for Farrish Street Jackson, or you can look for the group page, which is Farrish Street Entertainment District as well. We're also on Twitter, which is at Farrish Street Jackson. You can also find us there. You can ask us any questions that you want to, and we're always posting pictures and putting information up about what's going to be going on here on Farrish Street. So if you got any ideas, if you've got any concept, if you've got any desires for entertainment that you want here on this particular street, you can hit us at you know, those particular places: Facebook, Twitter, WatkinsPartners.com, WatkinsDevelopment.com, and you can get all the information that you need about Farrish Street.
And I got to say, when I started Greater Jackson Business, you were one of the first supporters. So
Absolutely.
Brad Kamikaze Franklin, thank
Absolutely.
you. This is historic. This is tremendous for the
is.
city.
It is.
Congratulations.
Thanks. Glad
Pleasure.
to be on, man. Have me
Pleasure
back again sometime.
Having you on the show.
All right, man.
Brad Kamikaze Franklin.